Hi everyone, it's Rachel here. I hope you're all well. I just wanted to give you an update on the status of my antique book page bundles. So normally they do have old pages. The majority are from the 1800s and sometimes from the 1900s. But lately, in the last few months, I've found a lot of nice books to alter that are from the 1800s. So I do have a lot of pages in here from the 1800s and nothing really from the 1900s, except for the one where there are a couple of pages where there are images of Italian cities or artworks. So they're the only ones, and they're from 1930. All of the other pages are from the 1800s, but also the 1700s. And this is obviously going to be limited while my stock of papers lasts. And I'll tell you why I've got pages from the 1700s, because I don't alter books from the 1700s. I limit myself to the 1800s because the books that I'm finding from that period of time are normally like civil law books, or, you know, like they're sort of, maybe lawyers had them, or they're university books. They're not they're not, sometimes they're in kind of bad condition. I have to fix the covers and all that sort of thing. So I don't have any trouble with altering those books because they aren't in great condition when I get them. So I clean them up and I embellish them. There might be bits missing and I'll fix it on the inside and then put lace on the outside. You know what I do. So I don't feel bad about doing. There are books that I have bought that I can't bring myself to break up, and I keep those. It's the same with the laces. I don't cut up all my laces. If I've got a beautiful collar or something that my mum gave me that's super old and beautiful, I'm not going to cut it up. I have a box of treasured laces. The laces that I cut up are ones that have holes in them, or it's just a piece, or it was a sample piece. I have lots of handmade sample pieces, little pieces from France that I get from a lady. She puts them aside for me because nobody wants them because they're only short. I use them. You know, what's the point in keeping all this stuff and not using it? So I just wanted to update you. As you can see, this is the bundle here. There's probably 2, sometimes 3 of each type of page, but in this one there's mostly 2 because I have many different pieces in there. So now what I wanted to, now why have I included pages from the 1700s? Well, I've been able to find, especially last time, these books here without covers in fairly bad condition. So what's the point in keeping them like that? I've kept a couple that are whole, but I just keep finding them. So I am going to divide them up and share them with everybody because the paper is amazing. For example, this one is from, I'll show you here, 1794. It's a Latin Italian vocabulary. So there's some pages from this one. So as you can see, they're quite thick. So I've started getting into them. But so eventually they will run out. Then there's this one here. This one's from 1722. This is the oldest one. So there's those pages in there. And I mean, look at the state of this one. It's just crumbling away. And yeah, I have kept a couple. I'm going to make new covers for them. But, you know, I seem to be able to find quite a few of them. 1724. So, I mean, and these are all sort of like religious books, I think, except for the dictionary. This one is 1742. So that's that one. So there'll be pages from each of these. This one is, and I have hoarded some of them for a while, 1752. I have hoarded some of them for a while, but I don't see the point in hoarding. You know, I can only keep a certain amount. There's some of this one in here, 1774. And then, but I don't always find these things, but I have found them lately. Does that make sense? This one is 1828, but nice big pages, lovely texture to them, lovely pages. I thought these pages, how about this for an idea? So with the, because you can see there's many different books, and I haven't brought everything in here that's in the bundle, but just these particular ones. But how about this for an idea, using these to make a journal like the antique ones that I found? They would be really cool, because rather than using antique letters that none of us have enough of, those could be really cool. And then there was this. Now this is like a legal encyclopedia. I don't even know that this is its original cover. I love these big covers. I'm collecting them up. I don't know whether I'll make something like, it could be like an art folio. They could be great for art folio. I mean, how unreal. You can't see this. Let me show you this. Look at that, the writing on there. I don't know if I'm casting a shadow, but or otherwise I was thinking I'm keeping them till I have a flash about how to store. I've got a huge box of Lulu's drawings over her drawing life. So she used to just draw on pieces of paper. I couldn't get her to draw in a book. Just grab a piece of paper. So that's wonderful big pages here. Very nice texture. And lovely colour as well. So there's that, and I've got a lot. So I'll have a certain amount in. And then probably what I'll do is I'll let the listing extinguish, and then I'll make more, and then I'll relist it. How about that? Look at this one. This is 1876. This is German, and I couldn't get I couldn't get the pages out, so they've come out like that. But some have images, some don't. But they have the beautiful German text. And they're quite brittle, so good to use more in your projects. And then I've forgotten two little ones over here as well. There's some of this one in here, gorgeous little pages. And this one is 1729. And then, I don't know why I brought this one. I was just sitting there. This is Italian Dictionary, Vocabulary, 1842. So you get that sort of thing as well. But I just wanted to show you the particularly old ones. So as I said, I'll probably I'll put a certain amount in, make sure that I can make them all up, and then until these are finished, until these particular books are finished, and then they'll go back to normal. And they're still pretty good. I mean, they're still, book pages from the early 1800s. All through the 1800s. I really don't have anything from the 1900s, except for I really do like the ones with the images in. I do have a few of those travel ones, but I'm down to my last one of those as well, the travel art sort of ones. So yeah, so at the moment, super old book pages in them, and that doesn't always happen. So if you want to grab those and create, I mean, these would be fantastic to create one of those journals. I think I'm going to do one with some of these pages. And so that way they get a new life, because they are literally disintegrating. And in Italy, these types of books, you can find that, they just get thrown in the rubbish. The Italians don't buy them. My mother-in-law said, with these, she said, you shouldn't feel guilty about those ones, because the most important ones are in the libraries. Then you can buy them with the covers. As you know, I've started my collection with them with covers. These ones, the Italians don't want to buy them, so just give them a new life. That's what she said to me, and I agree. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you're all well, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.